Any sign of your mum, Petal?
Yeah, she's in the bathroom.
We were just wondering how she got on with Dad last night.
We don't even know if he came round, do we?
Oh, he will have. He'll not miss a chance like that.
Yeah, well, she's coming.
Ah, I'm glad you're all here. It means I only have to say this once. The next time any of you, especially you, gets any bright ideas about trying to bring me and Sean back together, forget it, all right? I don't like people interfering with my life thinking they know what's best for me. It annoys me. So, if you pull any more stunts like last night, I'll either go and live on a desert island or join a convent. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Good. Right, I'm off to work.
That didn't go well then, did it?
Let me get this straight. You have bought a load of furniture that you don't want.
Not don't want, more can't pay for it. It's a cash flow problem.
Do you want me to take it off your hands, eh?
It's top quality stuff. You know, you could sell it, make handsome profit, which we could share. Only, I'm going to need 200 quid up front.
Yes, and I need a shout.
Gloria!
Oh, no need to shout.
Oh.
You're looking for these?
Yes, just one, thank you.
Blue with that suit. It's important that you look crisp, you know, Eric.
Yes, I know, and I appreciate your efforts on my behalf.
Oh, I know you do. Now, you will be in for dinner tonight, won't you? Only I'm planning something rather daring with lamb's kidneys.
Oh, yes. I'll be back.
Splendid.
Thank you.
Marlon.
See ya. Very thoughtful of her.
Do you want me to take care of this furniture?
Except the bed. I want to keep the bed.
Fine. Well, I'll give you £200 for it. That was the amount mentioned, wasn't it?
Yeah, only as a sort of advance, not the final amount. It's worth a lot more than that.
Then find somebody else to take it off your hands. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. What's it to be, yes or no?
I'd be reasonable.
My final offer.
I thought you might have driven past the mood you were in last night.
I was tempted.
Nothing happened. Sean never saw me.
A few more seconds than you would have done. Then what would you have done? Thumped him?
I'd have thought of something.
The situation was out of control, Kane, and that was all down to you thinking that you could just walk into my house.
Every time we see each other, we're taking a risk. I don't know why you're getting so stressed out.
Because you went way over the line.
OK. I'm sorry. Is that what you want me to say?
Don't ever do anything like that again, all right?
All right, Angela, I've got the message.
Good.
Don't know what happened last night, but my dad must have really blown it. My mum was in a right mood this morning.
Do you think you'll get back together?
Don't look like it.
Do you mind?
Well, it doesn't matter what I think, because they don't take any notice.
My mum's the same.
Donna, if I'm ever telling you I'm thinking of getting married, just shoot me, will you?
You don't know what's going to happen in the future, do you?
It won't involve marriage, I'm telling you. You agree with me, don't you?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you're planning to walk down the aisle with Mark.
No, don't be stupid.
Thank goodness for that.
But we are getting on really well. Better than ever. What would you think if I slept with him?
Well, I'm surprised Mark hasn't already tried it.
Oh, well, it's got to be the right time, hasn't it? Else it don't mean anything.
Suppose.
So what do you think?
Well, if you're actually daft enough to fancy Mark...
I'm serious about him, Molly. And I think he feels the same about me.
Well, what are you waiting for?
It was great to see Kathy back yesterday, wasn't it? Well, if anyone can turn this place round, it's her.
How? She can't do no more than the rest of us.
Well, with the greatest respect, love, that's just where you're wrong. 'Cause she's got experience, and that's something that you and Marlon lack.
Well, we know what we're on about. We've both worked in the catering trade.
Oh, you two, you're just a pair of foot soldiers. And it's generals that win battles up here.
Are you saying we ain't clever enough?
No, I'm just saying that in business, you need someone who can step back and see the bigger picture. And Kathy can do that.
Well, maybe she can and maybe she can't. But it's me and Marlon who's in charge. Just you remember that.
Don't kid yourself.
You what?
Now.
Look, if you're hoping to get to Harrogate and back in time for this meeting, better get a move on.
Just a minute. Do you mind if I answer this?
You're the boss.
Hello. Oh, Charity, hi. Yeah, tonight? Sure, about 7. Yeah, I'll see you then. Right. I am all yours, Terry.
Where are you going? Thought we had a meeting with Zoe.
Not till 1:30. I'll be back well before then.
I'm not very happy with you.
That last night, you mean? That's why I'm here.
Well, I should know better than to take any notice of your granddad.
But it wasn't just him. We all wanted you to talk to Mum.
Well, it was a complete waste of time, OK?
You still want to get back with her, don't you?
What I want isn't the issue. It's pretty obvious your mother thinks our marriage is over.
I don't believe that.
Mark, I went round there last night with the best of intentions. She threw it all back in my face. As soon as I walked through the door, she told me to get out. I'm not prepared to go through that again. What's the point?
So you're just going to give it all up?
I don't think I've got any choice.
If you must know, I have been stepping back and taking a look at the business.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what conclusions have you come to?
Well, I reckon we need to keep our overheads under control.
Name one.
What?
Overheads. You've got no idea, have you?
I have.
Isn't that something you put up to keep the rain off your hairdo?
They're the wrong glasses.
No, they're not.
Table 3, party for 2 tonight. They're having champagne.
Yeah, but they'll probably be drinking wine.
Flutes, now.
Yes, madam. Oops.
That's it. I've had enough of you. You're fired.
I beg your pardon?
You heard?
No, you can't do that.
Well, I just have. And if you must know, it's your precious Kathy's idea, not mine.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's true. I've just remembered what an overhead is. It's you. So on your bike.
We'll see about that, lady.
Are you going out?
Aye, going into Leeds, do a bit of shopping. Then I thought I might go to the pictures.
You need cheering up, do you?
No more than usual, why?
Oh, come off it, Diane. You've been so distracted these last couple of days. Something's happened between you and Jack, hasn't it?
I can't fool you, can I?
Well, I know how much he means to you.
I'm a disaster area, aren't I? I bet you sometimes wish you'd never met me.
Oh, I'd never think that. No, I want you to be happy, but I do need to know where I stand. You know how I feel about you, but I suppose I can't expect you to love me. I'm so much older than you are, but I did think you cared for me.
I do. You know I do.
But if it is Jack that you'd rather be with, I'll understand. I mean, just tell me the truth and I'll leave you alone.
I don't want you to leave me alone, Alan. Far from it. It's over between me and Jack.
Really?
Yes. I want our relationship to continue. You and me. What do you say?
There's nothing I'd like better. But it isn't because you see me as being safe and reliable, is it? I mean, it is more than that.
Yes, I promise. I want to make a commitment to you. There's no one else.
We've got 3 drivers off sick, you know. I'd be more used driving a wagon than sitting round here waiting for Chris.
Yes, I know, Sean, I know. Hello. What? Well, you should have left yourself some more time. Yes. Yeah, I should think you are.
What's his excuse this time?
He's stuck in traffic outside Harrogate. He wants to postpone the meeting till tomorrow.
Oh, does he? Well, as far as I'm concerned, he can have the meeting with himself, because I won't be there. I've had enough. I'm sick of being messed around. I'm sick of it.
And where are you going?
I am going to take a wagon out, like I said.
Not in that state, you're not. You could kill somebody. Sean, stay here and shout at me if it makes you feel better. You've worked with Chris long enough to know what he's like. You shouldn't let him get to you.
I know. Well, sometimes it's easier said than done. I have already had enough grief for 1 week. I don't see why I should take it from Chris as well.
Yeah, I do understand. Just have a cup of coffee and calm down.
OK.
Just what were you playing at?
I've got right to do it. I'm her boss.
Did you know anything about this, Marlon?
Not until I walked through that door 2 minutes ago.
No, she would never have dared to do it if he'd have been here.
Yeah, I would. I got a mind of my own, you know.
Huh. All you've got is fresh air between your lug holes.
Can't talk to me like that.
Just you try and stop me, you conniving little baggage.
Marlon, tell her.
I think we should all calm down. We won't solve anything by hurling abuse at each other.
Kathy's right. Let's try and be reasonable.
Now, before we go any further, I would like you to confirm one thing for me, Tricia.
What?
Now, according to Betty, when you sacked her, you told her you were doing so on my instruction.
I was. You said we had to cut our wages bill, didn't she, Marlon?
I said we should look at everything which took money out of the business, including staffing, but I didn't say anything about sacking anybody. Isn't that right, Marlon?
Marlon?
I think Kathy's version is slightly more accurate. But you obviously misinterpreted what she was getting at.
I knew it.
Oh, so you're taking Betty's side now?
It's not a question of taking sides.
There is a very simple solution here. Give Betty her job back and we can all carry on with running the restaurant.
Never.
Marlon, what have you got to say about this? Or is she making all the decisions round here?
No, she's not. Tricia, my love, you're under pressure, OK? We all are. But I think you might have been a tad hasty in dismissing Betty.
I'm not taking her back on.
Tricia, please.
Well, you know what they say? You can take a horse to water.
Who are you calling an old silly old cow?
How dare you?
I wouldn't take you back on if you were the last waitress on earth. And not because of what Kathy says, but because you're useless. You're slow, you're clumsy, and we'd be better off without you.
Oh, right. That is it. I'm not listening to any more of this. I am off, and I am never setting foot in this place again for as long as I live.
Well, good riddance.
Betty, come back. You had no right to speak to her like that. No right at all.
Right for shame, Marlon. I mean, you didn't even want to take her on in the first place, did you? You want waitresses more like Chloe, young and lively.
Oh, yeah, Chloe, who you welcomed with open arms. That Chloe.
Well, I was jealous of her, I admit it. But that's only because I care so much about you.
How is she?
How do you think she is? She's devastated. You went too far, Tricia. Whatever you think about Betty as a waitress, the fact is she's a dear friend and she means a lot to me.
Well, you weren't here. You didn't hear what she said to me.
I don't care. When people get to Betty's age, they deserve to be treated with some kind of respect. I wouldn't dream of speaking to her the way you did. It was unacceptable. Don't you agree, Marlon?
Kathy's right. You shouldn't have spoken to her like that, and if you hadn't sacked her, none of this would have happened.
Well, at least I know where I stand now.
Oh, Tricia, not you as well. Tricia!
Leave her, Marlon. Let her go. We all need a bit of time to cool down, don't you think?
Yeah, I suppose so.
We'll sort it out later.
It's the opening of that new gallery in Harrogate tonight. I was thinking of going. Why don't you come?
No, thanks. I've been to Harrogate today already, remember?
Could be quite a good investment opportunity.
Remember to take your checkbook, then.
Oh, come on, Chris. It'd do you good to get out.
I agree. And I am going out tonight.
Where?
You wouldn't be interested.
Oh. Let me guess, Charity. Can't you go one evening without checking up on her?
I'm not checking up on her. She asked me to go round and see her, that's all. Not that it's any of your business.
Well, what a rich and varied life you lead. This place, the haulage yard, the charity dingle. Who says money can't buy happiness?
Excuse me, before you start lecturing me on my meaningful life, why don't you try getting one for yourself?
Are your kidneys all right?
Oh, delicious.
Only I know they're not to everyone's taste.
Oh, they're fine, really.
I once looked up offal in the dictionary. I was doing a crossword, and if memory serves me, it said waste or rejected parts, and yet here we are enjoying them. It's strange, isn't it?
Please, Gloria, I'm trying to eat my food rather than explore its semantic origins.
Fair enough. Oh, I just realised I never opened a bottle of wine. Shall I get some?
No, thank you.
Don't say no on my account. If you want some, say the word.
No, really, I might stroll across to the Woolpack later. I'll have one then.
Oh, right. I think I might come with you.
What?
That's if you've no objections.
I thought you were wary about venturing forth into the village.
Well, I am. It won't be easy, but I have to go out sometime, don't I? You've been such a help to me, building up my confidence, so if you're there with me, I can at least try and face the world again.
Great.
Come on, Trish. Please, don't do this to me. Trish?
No, it's me.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Chloe.
Hi. So where is she then?
What?
Trisha, where is she?
Oh, she's gone out shopping. She won't be long.
What about Betty? Is she on tonight?
No, she's indisposed.
Oh dear, what's the matter with her?
Something and nothing, it'll soon clear up. But it might mean you'll be on your own, at least to begin with.
Well, that's okay, you can just pay me double time.
Yeah, whatever. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me.
Are you sure, Kathy? I mean, I know Tricia can be a bit headstrong sometimes and say things she doesn't mean, but I can't believe she'd be so rude.
Sorry, Alan, it doesn't give me any pleasure to tell you, but I thought you should know. I mean, Betty could be in later and she'll probably still be upset.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll look after her, won't we, Alan?
Yes, of course. Do you think I ought to go and see Tricia? Talk to her?
Well, you know what'll happen? She'll look at you with those big doe eyes of hers and you'll end up making excuses for her.
No, I can be very firm with her when I have to be.
Look, Alan, I know Tricia's your granddaughter and you're very fond of her, but if you keep on running after her, she'll never learn. She's got to realise the consequences of her actions.
Denise is right.
I mean, you know how close I was to Tricia. She was my best friend. But she's selfish, Alan. She always puts herself first, and until that changes, we'll never be close again.
Leave her alone, Alan. Let her stew for a bit.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Did Mum say what time she'd be back?
Well, it could be late. She said she was going to a film after she'd been shopping.
Did she? Oh, that's not like her. Was she all right?
Well, I know what you're thinking. I reacted in the same way, but I think she just needs to cheer herself up.
What did she say?
Well, you know your mother. She denied it at first, and then she admitted she'd been rather down the last couple of days.
I had noticed. Did she say why?
Well, I think she'd had rather a difficult conversation with Jack Sugden, and it left her feeling a bit bruised.
And she said that?
Well, she said no.
Did she say why it was difficult?
Well, apparently it's all over between them, and she went to tell him that. It's never easy, is it?
No. Poor Mum.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about her. She's being very positive about the future.
Well, go on, Alan, tell me.
Well, you know how fond I am of your mother, and I like to think she has feelings for me, but I had noticed these last few days she seemed a bit upset, and I just wondered if she wanted to get back with Jack. I did need to know.
And when you asked her, was it a surprise?
Yes, very pleasant surprise. Apparently she wants to commit to a future with me. I'm so overjoyed. I'm still pinching myself.
Well, what can I say? I hope it works out for you.
Well, I know I can make her very happy.
I was glad you called. It'd do me good to get away from home farm for a few hours, as my dear sister reminded me.
Yeah, well, I wanted to spend a bit of time on my own with you.
Did you?
Yeah. But I wasn't sure if you'd want to come.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. You've been a bit funny just lately.
How do you mean?
Well, all right, a couple of days ago, you said you wanted me on call 24 hours a day, and then yesterday you sent me off to the haulage yard like you didn't want me around. A girl kind of gets confused, Chris.
I'm sorry. I'll try and make it up to you tonight.
Good. Now then, I've got here Chablis. You like that, don't you?
It's perfect.
2 creme brulee, 1 raspberry bomb.
Table 2?
Yeah.
Is that it?
There's a couple at table 4 having coffee, and I think table 2 might want it as well.
You could handle it and lock up after and do the bills and that.
Yeah, of course I can.
I wouldn't ask Chloe, but I'm dead worried about Tricia. She should have been back ages ago.
Hey, it's not a problem.
And I will pay you double time. You deserve it.
It's all right, you don't have to.
I will.
Tell me it's none of my business, but have you two had a row?
Something like that.
Well, you better go and find her then. I'll sort out the puddings.
Thanks. I will. Thanks.
Oh, things can't be that bad, surely.
What?
You look really miserable.
Is it that obvious? Oh, I've had a lousy day.
Yeah, me too. Do you fancy comparing notes?
I'm not sure it'd be very good company.
Oh, it's okay if you'd rather be on your own.
No, Kathy, wait. I'm here because I don't want to be at Annie's. If it's not Nicholas snogging Carlos, it's Terry kissing Carol. But the fact is, I am fed up with just sitting here staring into my glass.
Well, if you get really miserable, I'll leave.
OK, deal.
Speaking to me like that, of all people, me, who's never got a wrong word to say about anyone.
I'm so embarrassed by this, Betty. Please accept my apologies.
Well, it's not your apology I want, Alan.
Well, I will tell Tricia she must come to apologise to you in person.
Yes, well, she can say what she likes, but she's not getting me working in that restaurant again.
I don't blame you.
I mean, at my age, I'm entitled to a bit of respect and consideration.
I tell you what, Betty, why don't I put another one in there on the house?
All right, go on then. It'll settle me nerves.
Can I get you another drink?
Yeah, why not? Oh, no.
What's the matter?
I came here to get away from her. I cannot sit here listening to her wittering on about the state of my marriage. Look, forget that drink. I'd better go.
What? Back to Carlos and Nicola?
Yeah, I'll go to bed and put a pillow over my head.
Well, you're welcome to come back to my place. I've got a bottle of wine in the fridge.
No, I couldn't.
Look, I'm sorry about what I said earlier. I'd like to make it up to you.
Actually, I was just leaving.
Yeah, so was I.
He doesn't let the grass grow under his feet, does he?
Don't be daft.
You haven't seen Trish, have you?
No, not today, mate.
Gone and left you, has she?
Shut up, Carol. But sorry, mate, we haven't seen her either.
Is the wine okay?
It's fine.
Have something to eat, there's loads.
Thank you, but I had dinner before I came out.
Oh, well, there must be something you want.
Charity, you've gone to a lot of trouble and I appreciate it, but I'm happy just sitting here, relaxing and drinking my wine.
I wanted tonight to be really nice, just a bit special.
It is. But why?
Do I need a reason?
Guilty conscience, perhaps?
What have I got to feel guilty about?
I don't know. You've been spending my money again.
It's not like that, no. You're going to think I'm really stupid.
Go on.
Well, you know what I was saying earlier about you acting a bit funny the past couple of days? Well, I thought maybe you were getting fed up on me.
You thought?
What's so funny?
Well, it's nothing. I've just been a bit busy and preoccupied, that's all. You know what I'm like. I don't do a running commentary on my emotional state.
Exactly. So I don't know what's going on in that head.
Well, I thought you had me pretty well worked out.
Well, I don't. I don't know where I stand anymore.
What can I say? We have an arrangement which I have no intention of cancelling.
Oh, don't get carried away, will you?
All right. I like you. I like being with you. Which makes the financial transaction more palatable. Is that what you want to hear?
Do you mean it?
That's the best you're going to get tonight.
Well, I'll have to settle for it then, won't I?
So that's what all this is about, is it? Your feeling of insecurity, nothing else?
Well, there was, another reason.
She drives me mad. I don't know how Terry puts up with her.
Oh, I don't know. I can think of the obvious reason.
I suppose so. Oh, well, if she makes Terry happy, then that's all right by me. He's a good bloke. I'm just jealous, that's all it is.
Yeah, everybody else seems to be having a wonderful time and you're on your own.
Oh, something like that. Pathetic, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that. I do know the feeling.
Yeah, but in my case, it's self-inflicted. What about you?
Oh, I don't know. A mixture of poor judgment and bad luck, I suppose.
We're a right pair, aren't we?
Well, being on our own's not the only thing we've got in common.
Oh, yeah. What else is there?
Well, one of my ex-husbands happens to be your business partner.
Oh, do you mind?
He's one of the reasons I've had such a lousy day.
Now, how did I guess that?
You can pour me another drink for that.
Cheers.
Still no sign of her? You don't think she's done anything silly, do you?
I don't know. I hope not, Alan. She was really upset before she left.
Well, don't expect any sympathy, Marlon, not after the way she treated Betty.
Can you be so heartless?
She knows exactly what she's doing. She's getting you all worried, so when she comes crawling back, you'll forgive her for behaving so appallingly.
Well, thank you very much for your concern.
You will let me know when she returns, Marlon?
Yeah.
Hey, look who's just come in. What's going on there, do you think?
Well, I hope, for Gloria's sake, nothing.
Evening, Eric, Gloria. What can I get you?
Usual for me, please, and...
Orange juice, please, Bernice.
Right you are. Nice to see you out and about again, Gloria. Feeling better, are you?
Yes, I am, Betty. Thanks to Eric here.
Oh, aye.
Been marvellous giving me such a lot of support.
Oh, don't be silly, Gloria. I hardly did a thing.
Nonsense. Don't be so modest.
No, Eric. Why change the habit of a lifetime?
I suppose one of us was bound to stray sooner or later. We were just kids when we got together. It's a miracle we stayed married as long as we did.
Oh, I envy you. Being with one person for so long.
I don't know. I mean, perhaps if we'd waited, you know, played the field a bit, we'd still be together.
Yeah, but you both might have met someone else and never got married at all.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever happens in the future, you and Angie had something very special together. It's all I've ever wanted, you know. To meet someone, fall in love, get married, have kids. God knows I've tried hard enough, but nothing seems to last.
I don't understand why that is. You're lovely.
Oh, yeah, right. That's the wine talking, isn't it?
No, it's true. I mean, whenever people are in trouble, you're always prepared to help. You sat here listening to my hard luck story for a start.
Perhaps that just makes me a mug.
No, it doesn't. Now, don't put yourself down. You're kind and you're considerate. There's nothing wrong with that.
Except that it hasn't brought me the things I want most.
Well, if anyone deserves to be happy, you do. It's not too late, you know. Oh, the right bloke will come along someday, I'm sure of it.
I just want to meet some guy who wants to stay in a relationship for more than a couple of years. You know, just so you can build something together.
They do exist.
Yeah, where do I find him?
You'll be a lucky man, whoever he is.
Come on, it's getting late.
Yeah. Yeah, better be going. Thanks, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Tricia!
Hello, Marlon.
Oh, thank goodness, I've been so worried. I didn't know what to think. I thought maybe you'd left me or something had happened to you. I've been going out of my mind.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're here now. That's all that matters.
I didn't know if you'd be pleased to see me or not.
How can you say that? Of course I am.
I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to see the back of me after everything I've done.
Don't be silly. I love you. I want you here with me.
But I feel like one of them millstone things around your neck.
No.
I've been doing a lot of thinking, Marlon. That's why I went off. I went into Houghton and just walked about, looking in shop windows, looking at other people, wondering what their lives were like, and thinking, you know, Marlon, ever since I've met you, I've brought you nothing but grief.
That's not true. You know it isn't. You've made me happier than I've ever been in my life.
What about when I married Joe? That didn't make you happy, did it? It just broke your heart.
I got over it.
But it's messed up our lives, Marlon. We don't even know where he is. And I'm stuck with being Mrs. Tricia Fisher probably forever.
No.
And what about when you opened this place and you needed me to help you? What did I do? I went and sacked Chloe because I was jealous of her.
You've sorted that.
And now when money's tight and we need every penny we've got, I'll go to an auction. I'm so flipping stupid. I bid for everything that takes me fancy. You were so angry with me. And you had every reason to be. But because you're such a nice bloke, Marlon, you even tried to put that behind you and sell the things we didn't want. And you think I'd be grateful. You think I'd never try and do anything to upset you again. But no. No, not me. I'd go and sack Betty. And I was so horrible, I'm ashamed to even think about it.
She'll come round, well, Betty. She's a tough old bird.
I wouldn't blame her if she never wanted to speak to me again. And even if she did, Marlon, how long will it be before I do something else to upset you?
That's not how I see it. We're in this together.
Everything you do, Marlon, I just hold you back. I think you'd be better off without me.
No. Don't say that, Trish. I need you. I love you.
You mean it, Marlon?
Of course I do. Come here.